Welcome back to my Out of the Park 19 Let's Play with the Kansas City Royals. It is July 2nd, 2022, and we are an international amateur free agency. So, see if we can add to our farm system here. We are back in the lead in the division with a record of 43 and 38. Had a pretty good month. Had a lot of divisional opponents and had a pretty good record against them, so we are now first in the division. And for reference, Minnesota is tied for Baltimore with that second wildcard spot, so even if they get themselves back ahead of us, we'll still be in the mix for the wild card, so it's a good spot to be in. Kind of everybody was all over the place in terms of who was hitting well and who wasn't doing well. But everybody has really turned it around except Nicky Lopez. Lopez is still really struggling. 238 batting average, which is excuse me. 238 batting average, which is a lot lower than anything else he's done since joining the majors. So hopefully he can get that turned around. Although I wonder if I could offer him an extension while he's struggling, and no, he's not willing to talk about a long-term deal yet. He still has a couple years of arbitration left. The pitching side, pitching starting to come together here. As you can see, we're third in runs against. So starters ERA starting to come down. Bullpen ERA is fourth, and playing good defense as well. So Carlos Martinez has picked it up. He's been solid the second half, and he has 98 career wins. So hopefully we can get him to 100 this season. And then Joey Wentz is in the starting rotation. He's been doing okay. Willem de San Miguel, really good season for him. 7-4, 3.11 ERA, and also leading the team in strikeouts with 104, and in innings pitched 104. So basically 9 strikeouts per 9 innings right there, so that's good to see. In the 7-0 win against Seattle, he gave us a complete game shutout. And then Foster Griffin struggling a little bit, but not doing terrible, and Gregory Soto has been good. Bullpen has been pretty strong, Toussaint especially, and then Nate Jones and Richard Lovelady have been great at closing out games. One more thing, Michael Doolin, kind of struggling last video, but he's really gotten hot this month. His average is up to 287, OPS at 838. So looks like I may have called him up at the right time. 7 home runs already, 20 RBIs, and he's hitting quite well. So nice production from him. So anyway, let's get into international amateurs. Just go ahead and sort by stars. And look here. So this looks like the best prospect here for us. He's not great, but he's definitely solid, good major league. I disagree with the 5-star rating here. I mean, why is that? Just because he hits a bunch of home runs? I mean, the contact, 65 plus 75 home run power, that's nice. Well, I guess so. I guess he's could be a top hitter. Decent outfield ratings, nothing terribly special, and not going to offer anything as a base stealer, but yes, he looks like the best option. Let's just double check that here. Let's see. Juan Guerrero could be okay. That 60i is nice. Not a good defensive shortstop. And a starting pitcher. He could be like a number 5 in the rotation at best, so not too interested in him. Let's see. This guy's interesting. 65 home run power. Obviously, we're going to throw $5 million at Luis Cervantes, but if he doesn't go for it, I gotta, kind of look to see who I can add. This guy would be interesting if it wasn't for that 20 avoid Ks. OSA kind of doesn't really agree with my scout on any of his bars except the contact. But anyway, we're going with Cervantes. I'm gonna give him the full $5 million. When they ask for $5 million right away, there is actually a chance that we might not get him. So we'll just have to see how this goes. But I mean, we just won the World Series, so hopefully that'll be enough to get him. So anyway, we're gonna sim ahead a couple days and see if we get him or not, and then we'll play through a game. So that was easy. We simmed one day, beat Seattle 4-2, and Luis Cervantes has accepted our offer, so he is in our system. Gonna add him to our short list. Just gonna leave him in the international system for now, and then next season, probably stick him in Rookie League Baseball, but for now we'll just leave him in the international complex, which I actually haven't checked this in a while. Would be good for us to see how many players we have in there. Only 20. So really you just want to make sure you don't have 50, because then your scout can't add players to your complex. So we're good there. Our scout hasn't really been able to dig up any good international prospects, really. I have a 1.5 star shortstop who looks to be primarily defensive, not going to provide any offensive value. But anyway, we've got a nice looking center fielder into our farm system now. Let's look at Ernesto Campos here. I was hoping that maybe he'd be ready in September, but he needs more time, so next September I will definitely call him up and see how he does. But he hit well in Lexington, brought him up to Wilmington, and he's struggled a bit, so hopefully he can turn that around. We're just going to leave him there and see if he can turn it around, and then we'll see him next September. But anyway, got a big series against Cleveland here. So we have Gregory Soto against Elijah Morgan, and hopefully we can bring this one home. So alright, Lopez is going to lead it up for us. And he's going to strike out, so he's going to continue his struggles. Warmoth is on a cold streak, but that's a good hit there. That's going to be a double. And Anthony Rendon now will take strike 3, and Seth Beer take ball 4. Pavin Smith, who's been excellent this season, will hit a fly ball to left field, and that'll end the inning. Got some contact anyway. Soto has been good for us, but does not have a whole lot of stamina. So once we get to the 6th inning, we really gotta watch out for him. Ooh, Francisco Lindor, we're gonna pitch around him. And a 1-2-3 inning. Michael Doolin will ground out. Nick Schnell. There's the single, so we're going to get our second hit of the ball game here. Schnell, not quite good enough stealer for me to want me to do anything, although I don't want to ground into a double play. So we will take a couple pitches here, and we'll try a run and hit. And Gigliotti's just going to fly out, so never mind there. And now our number 9 hitter, Valoria, will strike out. Jose Ramirez gets that down for a double. This should be out number 1. Bradley Zimmer. Oh no. So he steals third, but throws bad, and the Indians take the lead. Alright, see if we can get something going here, top of the order. Lopez is going to ground out. Ormoth, that's back. That's deep. And it's just to the warning track. Almost left the ballpark, but not quite. And Anthony Rendon will hit a high fly ball, but not nearly far enough. And that's a home run by Simeon Lucas. So now 2-0. And the throw is in time. So now in a 2-run deficit as Seth Beer is going to fly out. And Pavin Smith, there's a home run. That'll get us on the board. He continues his excellent season for us. Home run number 14 for him, hitting well over 300. And Michael Doolin, he will fly out. Nick Schnell here, nobody on, 2 outs, will strike out. But we cut the deficit to 2-1. I pitched at Lindor, and that's usually not going to go well. He's not very fast, but he does have high stealing, so we're going to hold him there. And that'll be a fly ball for out number 1. Soto doing okay on stamina so far. Hold the runner again. Gigliotti should be able to get to that one. He does. 2 outs now. And we'll ground into a fielder's choice there to end the inning. It's Gigliotti. Knocks one through. There we go. So should be able to get him to second here fairly easily. Take one more. Surprised he's not throwing to first. And a bad throw there. We'll get Gigliotti to third with nobody out. So good chance to tie the game here. And Valoria hits that ball deep. That'll be out number 1, but Gigliotti should be able to tag in advance, and there he goes. So we've tied it up 2-2 for Nicky Lopez. That'll be out number 2. And is that ball going to get down? Nope. It's a tie game here. Bottom of the 5th. Facing the bottom 3 of the order. Got the first one. There's out number 2. And there's out number 3. 1-2-3 inning there for Gregory Soto. Anthony Rendon at the plate. And that's going to be out number 1. Seth Beer knocks it through, so Seth Beer is going to get on base. Trying to get that average up to 300. Pavin Smith homered earlier. Does not make good contact on that ball. That'll be out number 2 for Michael Doolin. 3-0 counts. You got the green light, and he flies out. I don't know about that. Alright, so Soto going through the lineup for the third time here, so we're going to warm up Toussaint in case Soto gets himself into some trouble here. We'd like to get him through this inning. Does walk Andy Diaz, Lindor, dangerous hitter, seeing Soto for the third time tonight. We're going to pitch around him even though the base isn't open. And that's a double play, so that'll work out well. We'll sit Toussaint back down. Gigliotti now. That'll be on number 2. And Valoria will be out. Oh no! And that is a bobble by Jose Ramirez. Gold Glover, we're not going to see that very often. That'll extend this 7th inning. Nicky Lopez will get walked. So warm-up 2 on, 2 away. And that's not going to get down. So I'd like to stretch Gregory Soto out as far as I can, just in case this thing goes into extra innings. Typically I only let him go 6 innings, but seems to be doing pretty good today. Although he'll give up a hit to Bradley Zimmer there. Chris Taylor at the plate. And that'll end the inning. So 7 strong innings from Gregory Soto. Anthony Rendon now. Seth Beer will take ball 4. Pavin Smith swings at ball 4 and grounds it to a double play. So that hurts. And this will definitely be Soto's last inning if he makes it through. I've got Toussaint warmed up, ready to plug him in as soon as we see trouble. And I think this will be the last batter we face. "100 pitches. We'll let him go after Yandy Diaz. See if we can get out number 3. And he pops it up foul. And that'll do it. So we'll go ahead and put Toussaint in there as we start the top of the 9th inning. And I'm going to warm up Lovelady in case we do score, so we can get him the save opportunity. As Doolin gets on, that's his first hit of the ball game. Nick Schnell will strike out. Gigliotti takes ball 4. Valoria, we got to sub him out. Keston Hira, that's who we're going to go with. Hope he doesn't round into a double play here. Let's see. And that's exactly what happens. Here it grounds into a double play. Gotta put Roddy Reed back in there. Make sure we have a catcher. Well, I can sit Lovelady down. Oh no. I thought that was a home run. Thank goodness. As Toussaint giving up some contact here. So we are going to keep Lovelady warm, just in case. Although that should be a double play, and there we go. Sit Lovelady back down. As Nicky Lopez hits that ball. Almost a home run, not quite. Logan Warmoth will be out number 2, and Anthony Rendon So the Indians able to go through the top of the order there with ease in the 10th. To Saint, having command issues. And that might end it here. So we gotta put Lovelady in. And he's gonna need to get 3 strikeouts basically. And there's 2. So Lovelady, with runners at second and third with nobody out, retires the next 3, and we still have a chance to win this. So Seth Beer will walk, and Pavin Smith will walk. Michael Doolin will strike out looking. And Nick Schnell, now at the bottom of the order here, Gigliotti almost snuck that by the third baseman, but not quite. Gonna warm up Munoz here. Lovelady's gonna walk Lindor. We're gonna have to hold him there. Great catch by Gigliotti. Very impressive outing by Richard Lovelady, even though he's not going to get a save. Lopez. And Warmoth will strike out. So, Lovelady's about toast. Didn't realize his stamina was that low, so we'll put Andres Munoz in there and hope he can get through this inning, as Gigliotti makes a nice play there, center field. And we get a 1-2-3 inning there. So we got Rendon, Beer, and Pavin Smith. So if we're going to score, it's got to be now. As Rendon, it's a nice play by Bradley Zimmer. And Seth Beer, that ball is hit high, but not very far. And that'll be out number 2. Pavin Smith strikes out. So feeling very glad we were able to stretch Gregory Soto out for 8 innings. This is an interesting game to start a series because both teams' bullpens are not going to be in great shape after this. Michael Doolin, he'll ground out, so now we're kind of in our bottom 3 of the order. So we're Nick Schnell does get on. Let's take a pitch or 2 here. Alright, we're going to run and hit. And Schnell does get the stolen base. So no double play available. And they're just going to walk Gigliotti to get to Roddy Reed, who gets it down. And we load the bases here. Schnell wasn't quite able to come home. Nicky Lopez. Alright, Nicky, we need you here. And they do get the out at home, but cannot get the double play, so Logan Warmoth is going to have a chance. And he's going to get hit by pitch, and that's going to give us the lead. Alright, we're going to warm up Nate Jones. And Rendon, a grand slam here would be really nice. Well, wild pitch gives us another run. The Indians falling apart here. And Rendon's going to walk. And Seth Beer will strike out, and that'll end the inning. Let's just put Nate Jones in there. And there's out number 1. Jose Ramirez. If we get by him, I think we're in the clear. As Nicky Lopez makes the catch. And that's a solo shot, so that's going to bring the Indians within 1. Bradley Zimmer now will strike out, and that'll do it. Whew. Get a big win there. 14 innings. Man. Nicky Lopez over 6. What is going on with him? Nice game by Gregory Soto. Only 2 strikeouts. But defense played really well behind him. Let's go ahead and sim through the day so we make sure we get updated standings here. Pavin Smith was American League Player of the Week. Well deserved. So, man, Cleveland is the worst team in the division. How quickly they've fallen. I don't understand how you can be so bad when you have Francisco Lindor and Jose Ramirez. But we 3.5 up on Minnesota. So we're playing pretty well. So we're starting to run away with it here. Got 2 more games against Cleveland. And then a series against Seattle, who are not very good. Pittsburgh, Toronto. Don't think Toronto's any good. No, Toronto's a bad team. So, playing a lot of bad teams coming up. So, should be able to stretch out this lead here. But anyway, I'll be back. So, you got the All-Star game, and then Houston. Houston's got to be pretty good. Yeah, Houston's one of the best teams in baseball, so maybe I'll come back for the Houston series. But anyway, we're trending in the right direction. Looks like we're putting ourselves in a good spot to make the playoffs here, and we're getting ready to defend our World Series title. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.